Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books and beyond. I'm your host. I'm Renee, co-host Raina, and today's snack of the day is Canine Carryouts. These are the chicken flavor strips, which Raina really likes. Happy Tag Tuesday. Today is Tag Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Raina's out of taco snacks, though, and I still haven't found any, so she's got the grilled chicken kind instead. That's all right. She likes them. It's not a problem. So I am going to do a tag that is called the 10 Untouched Book Tag. And as soon as I saw this tag, I knew that would be very easy for me to do because I have way more than 10 untouched books in this library here. So let's see what we can do. This tag was originally created by Raina Books, and I was tagged by actually 3 people on this one, maybe more, I don't know. I hope I didn't miss anyone, but I don't think so. I was tagged by Daniela at Uncommon Reader, Pat at Book Chat with Pat, and Alan at Alan's Reads. So there's only one prompt for this tag, and it's simply this. It says, present 10 books from your shelves that have been there at least a year or more and present them. This is about creating awareness to read from our shelves, enhance sustainability, and maybe even saving some bucks. I'm all about that. Those are all very noble causes. So I am happy to take a look at 10 books that have been sitting around for a year, without the kind of love that they really deserve from somebody who's an avid reader. So yeah, I've got my stack. Let's talk about them. You're not going to believe this first one, and you're not going to believe what I say about it. The first Harry Potter book. In fact, any Harry Potter book. I have, I think, probably 5 or so of them, and I have never read any. I have never read a Harry Potter book. I'm probably the only person anywhere who hasn't read any Harry Potter. So yeah, that's still sitting there waiting for me. Next is a book that I've talked about actually a couple of times on my channel, but still have not gotten to. This is a John Grisham series called Theodore Boone. They're actually probably for middle grade to young adult. They're written specifically for that age group. This one is, I believe, the first in the series. It's called Kid Lawyer. I think I've got about 4 or 5 of these out of the series, and I have never read any of them. Now, this year, I was just bragging about getting to the 3 John Grisham books that I needed to read, to be back up level with all of his books. I know I've read at least all of his lawyer books and things like that, but I have never read the Theodore Boone series. So there you go. I believe this is a banned book, 12 Years a Slave by Solomon Northrop. I bought this at a tourist site here in Virginia. I bought it brand new. It's just like one of these little inexpensive copies on just like light newsprint paper. It only costs $4.50 brand new, which is, kind of amazing. And yeah, I just never got to it. So, this is sitting there all brand new and happy, just kind of waiting for me to come along and read it. And like I say, if it's a banned book, all the better. I still need to read, I think, 11 more this year to get to 25, which is my goal. Speaking of banned books, why have I not ever read this? This is also sitting on my shelf, probably close to a year. It's not the best copy in the world. It's a little bit banged up. Surprised it didn't flatten out a little more on the shelf. So usually pretty tight, but yeah, it didn't. But anyway, Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. That's got to go on there sooner or later. I hope sooner. You're not going to believe this one either. I've had this on my TBR at least once. It might have actually been twice, and I just never got to it. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have read absolutely zero by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Why? I don't know. This is something I know I would like, so there's really no excuse. But anyway, just never had a chance to get to it. And again, there it sits. I got that copy in a yard sale. I couldn't have paid any more than $1 or $2 for it, but still, it deserves a little love, I would say. Daisy Jones and the Six, another Taylor Jenkins Reid that I know I will like. It always gets good reviews. It's been recommended to me a couple of times. I just need to get to it and do it. I've read everything else by this author except Blacktop Wasteland, which is the first book of his that even came to my attention. And it kind of has sat on my shelf just ever since. I got this in a library sale for only $1. It's pretty good shape. But yeah, need to get to that too. Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. You know I love S.A. Cosby and everything that he writes, so hopefully that will be the same. Get this so you can see Raina a little bit better. Here you go, baby. I've never read anything by this author, and I hear good things. Joe Nesbo. This is The Bat. I'm not sure I've had this a full year, but it has to be pretty darn close. This is another one that comes from, I think, a library sale. Only $1, but yeah, nice shape, ready to go. Got to get to that. I've got another one of his as well, The Snowman. This is kind of sad that I never got to this book. This is called The Light Pirate. It is by Lily Brooks Dalton. One of the first books that I ever reviewed on my channel way back in 2023, November or December of 2023. I reviewed her book called Hello Midnight. And I really liked that book. In fact, someone just the other day watched that review, which I couldn't believe. They went all the way back to 2023, and we're looking at some of my older videos. I didn't even have a microphone then, so like the sound is terrible, and you could tell I'm really not used to being in front of the camera and stuff like that. But yeah, I did a review of her other book that I enjoyed, and then shortly after that, I ordered this, and never have read it. This is another one. This is the last one now. This will make number 10. Colson Whitehead, The Underground Railroad. I don't think I've had this quite a year, but it's really close. Last year, I read his book, The Nickel Boys, which I really loved. I've heard great things about this. This will be on TBR soon. I promise. That just looks too good to pass up. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. So anyway, there you are. There are the 10 books. So I will tag some other people in the description. And I thank you very much for watching. Take care. Have a great day. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's do one more snack for the road. There we go. I'm going to take my 10 books here and I'm going to go start reading. Take care.